friends, this is the Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. Today we're going to get some lemon goodness going on. I'll apologize now. No, I won't. It's too good. This is going to be all over the place, so I need to now start to kind of focus. And I'm going to show you the very first thing I did to start off this lemon blueberry cake. So that syrup that I put on the side, I've got this thing going on in my throat right now. And so I was tasting that yesterday, and just as I passed by and it was cooling, I would just take another little tiny spoonful. It really coated my throat. It's a good lozenge, a good cough syrup. Put some honey in it and maybe some menthol. Go figure. Menthol? Is that what you want? Not menthol. Menthol's for cigarettes. Just as it is. But, okay. You can also, I'm going to make some blueberry lemon pancakes sometime, and that will be the syrup I use. I know, right? So just really reduce it down, and it's got a ton of uses. All right, now on to this baby. This is probably one of my favorite indulgent treats because it's lemon. I don't know anybody who, no, I did know somebody who didn't like lemon or citrus, and I pray for them all the time. But I love it, and everyone in this house loves it, so we're gonna make it. And here's what you need. State a couple of obvious things. So as I'm doing this, I might not even be thinking about it because it's so obvious, and I don't want you to miss out, especially for my new bakers. Buttermilk. When I buy buttermilk, I buy it in as big a container as I can get it, and then I freeze it. I put it in 1 cup bags or whatever, and then I freeze it. I mark it. And I know it's always 1 cup. If I get a recipe for a cake, that's 3/4 of a cup or even less. I measure from here. Then when I make the icing, the rest of the buttermilk is what I'll use for the liquid in the icing. Okay, so there's that. Another thing is we're using Meyer lemons. Can you smell? Smell. They're so sweet. They're so sweet. Some people say it's a cross between an orange and a lemon. I'm not getting that. But if you do and you're happy with it, go for it. I just like the lemon. They do look more orange. The skin is so thin. So when you're looking to get a lot of lemon zest, you're not gonna get a lot of zest from this, but boy, you're gonna get juice. This is so soft. You can't see it, but it's mushy. That's what I'll call it, mushy. So there's a lot of juice in here. And another obvious, when you're gonna zest and juice, you always zest first. I had to say this because one time when I was giving a baking class, caking class, everyone had their mise en place and ready to do their own thing, and one of the girls squeezed the lemon and then couldn't figure out how to zest it. You can zest it, but save yourself the headache and zest it first. Last thing, is it the last thing? I'm gonna say it's the last thing. The blueberries. Now, when you put stuff like nuts and raisins and anything of weight, even a blueberry, in a cake, and as a cake is rising, these items will sink to the bottom. So you don't want that. You want the blueberries incorporated through the whole cake. So what you're gonna do for these, for nuts and raisins and stuff, sprinkle a little bit of flour, dust them in there, and then put them in the batter, and it's gonna cling to that. They'll be Klingons, like Star Trek. I don't even watch that. For blueberries and something soft that doesn't have an edge to cling to, you're gonna put a couple, let's say a teaspoon or so of vegetable oil, and then roll it around in some of the flour, and then it'll cling. And I think that's it. It's time to play. Now this is where it has to be individual. I've got, the recipe calls for the zest of 4 lemons. Meyer lemons are so much smaller. I've got 5 lemons here. Either way, you want to equal about 1/4 of a cup of zest. That's a lot of zest. These lemons, you need 1/2 cup of lemon juice. These lemons are going to produce a lot of juice. I'm not going to use all 5. Well, I'm not going to say I'm not. I really doubt if I do. So we got 1/2 cup way down there. Oh man, that's just flying everywhere. Yeah, that was almost 1/4 cup right there. I wish you could smell my kitchen. And the oven isn't even on yet. I don't know, maybe I will. All right, let me finish this up. I mean, how boring is this, right? So can I tell you, when I try to be smooth, I fail miserably. I tried to move all my things really, I was being lazy about it and just scooted it. I didn't have a good grip of my baking powder, and it just dropped and poof, it snowed on my face. So, oh well. Remeasure and do it again. So the first thing I'm going to do is sift my dry ingredients together. Now I've got 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour and 1 1/4 cup of cake flour. Now, why did I combine them? Can I tell you that I wanted to see how it worked, and I wanted to see where the difference would lie. It worked out perfectly, so I never changed it. And right now I'm just having such a senior moment, so pay attention to the words and the amounts you see here, not so much what I'm saying, because I'm getting confused here. So I have 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of baking soda. Most of these I do by memory, and If that's not scary, I don't know what is. It's butamus. Don't want that. All right, that is done, and I put it aside. I'll go in one at a time. So I'm just gonna get them ready. And you always want to use eggs, most of your ingredients at room temperature. They're just going to incorporate better. I've got a shell. I hate that. It doesn't matter how smooth you are. Yay. All right. Okay, so I've got my blueberries here. I'm going to put just a little bit of vegetable oil on it. Not a lot. I just want to coat him. And when you're doing this, really be careful because you don't want to break them. If you break the berries, they're gonna bleed into your beautiful yellow cake. And then just sprinkle them with sugar. I don't know, let me guess, about 2 tablespoons. I just want to give a dusting. Okay. And I'm going to fold these into my cake batter. And this is where you're done here. You're going to be very ginger with this, and just a gentle fold. I've got the 6-inch round cakes, and when you fill up your pan, you don't want to go higher than 2/3. Now, if you do, and it rises above it, just cut the top off, and you've got a delicious snack. I think I'm going to be a little bit more generous. That's very generous. That's all right, because that's the best part of the cake, is it tough the part that you scrape off the top? Yep, that's goodness off the top. And I bake this at 285 for about 40 minutes, or until the center bounces back. Okay, the cakes are done. They're cooled. Make sure you always decorate your cakes when the cakes are absolutely cool to the touch, not even a little warm. It will melt the icing. Up in this video, where are you? There's a video on how to make Swiss buttercream. This is a really buttery icing. I love the buttery taste in it. I chose not to add vanilla lemon flavoring, because to add the flavoring, it would need that artificial flavor. I hate that. I don't use it. Maybe I should say that. I don't use it. I could use lemon zest. I just opted out of the lemon flavor altogether. And the lemon juice, that acid would really ruin this buttercream. So I'm just sticking with a good old-fashioned Swiss sweet buttercream. And I'm going to show you how to decorate it. Easy. Foolproof? Foolproof. So I separated some of the icing in just a pastry bag with a regular coupler. Now, you don't have to use a coupler if you don't want. I'm just opting to use this because I'm going to put a border on top or shells or something. But isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. It's so moist and smells so good. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit. And again, I don't know if I've said this many times or just a couple times, but I don't like a lot of icing in between the cakes. I just don't, there's enough of it. So I'm gonna do 3, and I'm smushing it down because I want them to make contact really well. This is where, I mean, if you want a lot of icing, put it in, but don't put it too thick because then you have, you know, you have no contact from the upper and lower and it'll slide off. And the third, nice, tall, beautiful layer. Let's see, you can't see that. What's that? It's very difficult to, it's a little tricky to do a taller cake, but it looks so cool. And I'm just going to smush it. This outside is really not going to be pretty because it's not it's not the end. I'm just kind of covering it. Not much to it. I'm going to keep at this and I'll show you when it's done. Okay. And then I'm just going to use a tall scraper and just slide it along. And for the top, you take this part at a 45-degree angle and glide it over the top and bring it to the center. Okay, that part is done. So we're going to take this and just make a dot all the way around. Okay, so you saw it's just a layer of dots, and I'm going to take it in the middle and just smush it. Looks weird, that's all right. I'm going to come to this next spot and just keep doing that. Okay? So isn't that cute? It's just so simple. So the part where you start and end when they connect, that's not going to be an easy transition. So I always, that's it right there. You can see it when I point it out. I want this to be the back. This is my toothpick telling me this is like cake decorating 101. You always find your front and then you mark your back. So you know, especially when you're doing your tiers for wedding cakes, you really want that down. That's my back. I don't really care too much what that's going to look like. So this will be my front. These are the lemons that we made yesterday. So they're candied, but there's still, there's still a little bit of tartness on these, but there's enough sugar in it to make it work. I licked my fingers, so I have to wash my hands. All right, so let's play. I'm trying to get a good angle for you here. Oh, I know. Okay, because this is a 6-inch cake, it's still going to feed a lot because it's 3 beautiful layers high. And I'm just going to use the same tip. I'm not going to put anything on it. I thought I was going to. I just changed my mind. So I'm just going to do, let's see, so 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and smack dab in the center. All right, so I've got my mounds. They look kind of cool. And now it's a matter of what I want to do to decorate them. So I've got the lemon. This one has a seed in it. I thought I got them all. All right, now I did. I'm always going to look for the prettiest side. I'm going to put it here and tilt it back a bit. Actually, the same one will be in the same direction. Got it? All the way across. Another seed. Come on, Maria. You had one job. Sorry, but that would bug me. All right. So I got my back. I want an angle. Wrong angle. This way, this way, this way, this way. See how they're all... Got it? And then I'll put one right in the middle with my front smack. Look at those seeds. I'm so fired. You know what? I'm just going to say that's I meant it to look like that. There. Now, I've got these blueberries and I'm just going to pile them on. You kind of want to let people know what's inside. All right. That is so pretty. You probably think we're done. We're not done. We are not done. I'm gonna dust this baby with snow. Now we're done. It's beautiful. Make sure to take out your toothpick before you serve it. Ah, so pretty. Fine. I'll wait. Not long though. Look at that. That is just... That powdered sugar tasted like lemon. How'd that happen? I meant to happen like that. Whatever. I can't. I don't even want dinner. I just want to already dig in. Bon appetit, my friends. Until next time, happy baking.
Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.